Welcome to this week's Three Things, the videocast from the Institute for Manufacturing. I'm David Lott, CEO of IfM Engage, the knowledge transfer arm of the Institute, and joining me on this week's episode is Director of Research, Head of the Centre for International Manufacturing, and Co-Chair of the World Economic Forum Council on the Future of Advanced Manufacturing Value Chains, Dr. Jagjit Singh Srai. Jag, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Excellent, thank you so much for joining us on this second episode. I'm getting into a groove now. I'm going to leap right in with my first question, which is, what path brought you to the IfM?
Curiosity. I was working in Unilever. I was the first, I believe, supply chain director with procurement, production, distribution, all integrated into one role, spanning multiple countries. And I've come from a manufacturing background, and I wanted to polish up my supply chain skills. And when I arrived here, I started getting into the research aspects of it, and then found it so fascinating, I was stuck around.
Excellent, thank you. It's a hard place to leave, isn't it? I've been there longer than I expected myself.
No escape.
There is, Hotel California. So moving on, what's the one key insight or project that you're working on right now?
Well, choosing one is difficult, but I guess one of the biggest issues facing manufacturers at the moment is the impact of tariffs and trade and other types of disruptions on their manufacturing supply chains. So we're really exploring how organizations are responding to what is a challenge from our initial work seems to have had the same level of disruption as even the pandemic. So it's extremely challenging for organizations. They're moving from their short-term sort of tactical responses, which are very interesting indeed, to more longer-term thinking around, what does this mean for their supply network, for footprint going forward. So that's the one more immediate thing that's on our mind. But lots of other stuff too.
Sure, yes, indeed, I can imagine. Well, and on to my final of the three things that I'm going to ask you today then. So what is the one thing that you think manufacturers should start doing or should stop doing today?
Well, one of the things that partly links to my response to the last question is, whilst they move on the tactical front quickly, and they need to move quickly, is to make sure they've got a clear view of their North Star. So what's the end game or the forward look on where manufacturing assets should be located and how their supply chain systems that support them should be based, where they should be based, and how they're connecting their operations to that. And of course, a key aspect of that, and why we love to do the supply chain research we do here at the IfM, is the role of modern technologies. So what was the way of making things a few years back is inevitably changing with new technologies, new digital technologies, new advanced production technologies that are fundamentally changing economies of scale, and therefore how many production sites you need to have. And with the geopolitical landscape we now sit in, where those sites should be located and what supply ecosystem should surround them. So the one thing they should do is really be clear that about their North Star vision, and where's the end game 10 years out and beyond. And one further point, if I may, David, just to break the rules, is we have our annual International Manufacturing Symposium in September this year, where we're really looking at how manufacturing firms are responding to this new harsh geostrategic competition that's taking place. So I'd be delighted to see enthusiasts about manufacturing supply chains there at our event.
Excellent, thank you, Jag. Well, it's such a good fourth thing. We'll let you have it this time.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you all very much for joining us. If you do have any questions, please drop them in the comments. We will see you next time on Three Things. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.